Machine learning and deep learning are not the same technology at all. To understand them clearly, we must start from the basics. Both belong to the same big family called artificial intelligence, but they work in very different ways internally. Machine learning is the older and more traditional approach. It focuses on teaching computers using structured algorithms. Deep learning is a more advanced and modern approach. It is inspired by how the human brain works. Both aim to make machines learn from data automatically, but the method of learning is completely different. Machine learning depends heavily on human guidance. Deep learning reduces the need for human involvement. This difference is what makes them unique. Understanding this distinction is very important today, because both are widely used in modern technology. Machine learning works by finding patterns in data. It uses algorithms to analyze structured information. Humans often decide which features are important. These features help the model make predictions. For example, price prediction uses features like size and location. The system learns relationships between these features. Then it uses them to predict future outcomes. But it does not learn raw data directly. It depends on processed and organized inputs. This makes machine learning simpler to understand. However, it also limits its flexibility, because humans must guide the learning process. Without good features, performance becomes weak, so feature selection plays a very important role. Machine learning is powerful, but still dependent on humans. Deep learning works in a completely different way. It uses artificial neural networks with many layers. These layers help the system learn complex patterns. It does not need manual feature selection. Instead, it automatically extracts features from raw data. This makes it more powerful in complex tasks. For example, image recognition uses deep learning. The system learns shapes, edges, and objects automatically. It builds understanding layer by layer. Each layer learns more advanced features. Deep learning models require a lot of data. The more data they receive, the better they perform. They also need powerful hardware to function properly. GPUs are commonly used for training deep models. This is because calculations are extremely heavy. Machine learning models do not need such high power. They can work on regular computers easily. This shows a major difference in complexity. Deep learning is more resource-intensive overall, but it delivers better results for difficult problems. Machine learning is often used for simple structured data. Deep learning is used for unstructured data like images and audio. This includes speech, videos, and text processing. Deep learning performs better in understanding such complex inputs. Machine learning struggles with raw, unstructured data. It needs manual preparation before processing. Deep learning removes much of this manual effort. That is why it is used in modern AI systems. Both approaches are important in their own ways. One is not better in every situation. The choice depends on the problem type. Simple problems use machine learning effectively. Complex problems require deep learning solutions. This balance makes AI systems more flexible. Now we will explore how they actually work internally. Machine learning and deep learning learn in completely different internal ways. Both start with data, but process it differently. Machine learning uses algorithms designed by humans. These algorithms look for patterns in structured data. The process begins with feature selection. Humans decide which data points matter most. The model then learns relationships between those features. It adjusts itself to reduce prediction errors. This learning process is called training. Once trained, the model can make predictions. But it still depends on the chosen features. If features are poor, performance becomes weak. That is why human expertise is very important. Machine learning is guided learning from start to finish. It cannot independently discover raw data structure fully. Deep learning works in a much more autonomous way. It uses artificial neural networks inspired by the brain. These networks contain multiple layers of neurons. Each layer processes data in a different way. The first layer detects simple patterns. The next layer detects more complex patterns. This continues until the final layer makes a decision. The system learns everything step by step automatically. It does not require manual feature selection. Instead, it extracts features from raw data itself. This makes it highly powerful for complex tasks. Training deep learning models requires huge data sets. The system learns better as data increases. It adjusts millions or even billions of parameters. These parameters control how the network behaves. Machine learning models usually have fewer parameters. This makes them faster to train and easier to use. Deep learning models are much larger and complex. They require more time and computing power. GPUs are often used to speed up training. Without GPUs, deep learning would be very slow. Machine learning can often run on simple CPUs. This makes it more accessible for small projects. Deep learning is usually used in large-scale systems. Companies use it for advanced AI applications. Another difference is how both handle data types. Machine learning works best with structured data. Structured data is organized in tables and rows. Deep learning works best with unstructured data. This includes images, videos, and audio files. It can even process natural language text effectively. This is why chatbots and voice assistants use it. Deep learning understands complex patterns in raw data. Machine learning requires pre-processing before learning. That is a key difference in their workflow. Machine learning is easier to interpret and understand. You can often see how decisions are made. Deep learning is more like a black box system. It gives answers, but not always clear explanations. This makes it harder to interpret results. However, it is often more accurate in complex tasks. Machine learning is more transparent, but less powerful. Deep learning is less transparent, but more powerful. Both have strengths and weaknesses. Neither is universally better than the other. The choice depends on the problem being solved. Simpler tasks use machine learning effectively. Complex tasks require deep learning approaches. Together, they form the backbone of modern AI. Next, we will explore real-world applications of both. Machine learning and deep learning power many technologies around us today. You interact with both every single day without noticing. Machine learning is widely used in simple prediction systems. One common example is spam email detection. It classifies emails as spam or not spam automatically. Another example is credit card fraud detection. Banks use it to identify suspicious transactions quickly. Recommendation systems also rely heavily on machine learning. They suggest products, movies, and videos based on behavior. These systems learn patterns from user activity data. Machine learning is also used in search engines. It helps rank results based on relevance. Many business forecasting systems use machine learning models. They predict sales, demand, and customer trends. It is effective for structured and tabular data problems. Deep learning is used in more complex and advanced systems. One major example is image recognition technology. It can identify faces, objects, and scenes in pictures. This is used in social media and security systems. Another major use is voice recognition technology. Voice assistants like Siri and Alexa use deep learning. They understand spoken language and respond intelligently. Deep learning is also used in translation systems. It can translate languages with high accuracy. Natural language processing is another key application. Chatbots and AI assistants rely on this technology. They understand and generate human-like text responses. Self-driving cars also depend heavily on deep learning. They process images, sensors, and real-time road data. This helps them make driving decisions safely. In healthcare, both technologies are widely used. Machine learning helps in disease prediction systems. Deep learning helps analyze medical images like X-rays. It can detect tumors and abnormalities with high accuracy. This improves early diagnosis and treatment outcomes. In finance, both systems are extremely important. Machine learning detects fraud and predicts risks. Deep learning analyzes complex market patterns. It helps in high-frequency trading systems. These technologies improve decision-making speed and accuracy. In entertainment, recommendation engines are everywhere. Streaming platforms suggest content based on viewing history. Machine learning handles basic recommendations. Deep learning improves personalization and accuracy. In gaming, AI opponents use both techniques. Machine learning helps with simple strategies. Deep learning creates more realistic and adaptive gameplay. Robotics also benefits from both technologies. Robots learn tasks and improve performance over time. Deep learning helps them understand complex environments. Machine learning is often used in smaller systems. Deep learning is used in large-scale intelligence systems. Machine learning is cheaper and easier to implement. Deep learning requires more resources and data. Both are essential in modern artificial intelligence. They complement each other in many applications. Some systems even combine both approaches together. This improves performance and flexibility significantly. The real world depends heavily on both technologies. From smartphones to hospitals, their impact is everywhere. They continue to evolve and improve rapidly. New applications are being developed every day. Their influence will only increase in the future. Understanding them helps us understand modern technology better. Next, we will explore their future and final comparison. The future of machine learning and deep learning is incredibly powerful and fast. Both technologies are still evolving every single day. Machine learning will continue improving in efficiency and simplicity. It will remain important for structured data problems. Deep learning will keep expanding into more complex areas. It will become even better at understanding raw data. Together, they will drive the next generation of AI systems, but both also have important limitations to understand. Machine learning depends heavily on human-designed features. It struggles with unstructured and highly complex data. Deep learning requires massive data sets to perform well. It also demands high computational power and resources. This makes it expensive for small-scale applications. Machine learning is easier to interpret and explain. Deep learning is often seen as a black box system. Explainability is a major challenge in deep learning. We often know the result, but not the exact reasoning. This can create trust issues in critical systems. Machine learning is more transparent and controllable. That is why it is still widely used in industry. Deep learning, however, delivers higher accuracy in complex tasks, especially in vision, speech, and language processing. The trade-off is between simplicity and power. Machine learning offers simplicity and control. Deep learning offers intelligence and scalability. In the future, both will become even more connected. Hybrid systems will combine strengths of both approaches. This will improve accuracy and efficiency together. AI systems will become more intelligent and adaptive. They will handle more real-world complexity easily. Machine learning will still be used for basic predictions. Deep learning will dominate advanced AI applications. Together, they will power smart cities and automation. Healthcare will become more predictive and personalized. Transportation will become safer and fully autonomous. Education systems will become more adaptive to students. AI tutors may personalize learning for every individual. Businesses will make faster and smarter decisions. Data will become the most valuable resource in the world, and AI will become the engine that processes it. But ethical concerns will also grow stronger. Privacy, bias, and control will remain major issues. Responsible development will be extremely important. Humans must guide AI development carefully. Technology must always serve humanity's best interests. Machine learning is the foundation of modern AI systems. Deep learning is the advanced extension of that foundation. One is simpler and more interpretable. The other is more powerful and complex. Both are essential in today's digital world. Neither can replace the other completely. They solve different types of problems effectively. Understanding both gives a complete AI perspective. It helps us see how intelligent systems truly work and how they impact our daily lives deeply. The journey from data to intelligence is fascinating. It shows how far technology has come already, but it also shows how far we still have to go. Machine learning and deep learning are just the beginning. Future AI systems will be even more advanced. They may surpass our imagination completely, but their success depends on human responsibility. The balance between innovation and safety is key, and that balance will shape the future of AI. The story of intelligent machines has only just begun.